This is basically giving the police department just another tool in dealing with the reckless sideshows and drag racing and street racing that we've seen come into our city. They're doing a phenomenal job. The police are doing a phenomenal job in dealing with it. And I also want to commend my colleague, Councilmember Carbasi, who's been dealing with it as well in Northwest Fresno.
I also don't want to deviate from the main mission of getting the actual racers off the road. I've asked in the past about having another operation in my district, but we can't because we are waiting for that street racing team to come online. I don't want to put more on the plates of our officers when we already have trouble getting this team online. I want to be focused on impounding those cars. Nothing means more than impounding those vehicles. I'm concerned about the policy. I think it needs more work. I think I need more than 48 hours to review it. I really do feel that it also does nothing to address the rising issue of people running red lights in Fresno. We know the top 10 intersections. We need to have a plan of how we're going to address that, whether it's having physical officers or embracing technology. You know, we just lost Amaya Cheno at Friant and Shepherd. She's not the first person to die on Friant, and this was because of a red light runner. That's what people care about.
This is a, it's a very, it's become a bigger issue in my district recently because as we're cracking down on these kinds of crimes in the inner city, what's happening is it's pushing it out to the fringes of the city limits. And so my district borders the county lines, and so we have a lot of long stretches of roads. It's dark. It's sometimes a little bit more difficult to get police presence out there as quickly as we should. But so I'm having constituents reach out to me constantly asking for me to do something about this.
The ordinance was designed to give us a little bit of latitude. We do have California Vehicle Code, which allows us, it's already illegal to street race and engage, and they give us the ability to tow a vehicle for 30 days, and if it's involved in some type of felony crime, to keep it even longer. How this municipal ordinance is going to be used is for individuals who are facilitating the street race. If you are helping block a street, that's not spectating. If you are hanging out the passenger side of a street racing vehicle throwing beer bottles at the police, that's not spectating. If you are a person that's helping coordinate some of these illegal events, that's not spectating. So obviously our youth in our community are very important, and we don't want to introduce them early on into the criminal justice system unnecessarily. So simply being at the wrong place at the wrong time is not going to land you into trouble.
Some of your concerns, I think within this ordinance, there's an element of intent that we're not really focusing on. So if you're a witness to a crime, you have to have the intent to be a part of the street racing, the sideshow. You have to have the intent to be a willing participant. So if you're just a witness, there's no intent there. Arguably, we could make a stronger stronger language in here in terms of intent. I think that might perhaps alleviate some of your concerns about maybe an innocent person being picked up for just being there as a witness or reporting the crime. So, I mean, that's an option, but I wouldn't prosecute anybody who didn't have the intent to violate this.
Yes, so a new ordinance was proposed today by a couple of colleagues on street racing and to penalize people that actually watch street racing, spectators. And we've only had about 2 days to view it. I didn't support it at this time. I wanted to come back with revisions, but more importantly, I want the police department to have more than 2 days to comment on it. We need to make sure as they move to keep our neighborhoods safe, because this is a serious issue, we have to stay focused on actually impounding those vehicles and getting them off our roads for 30 days and having hefty fines. I don't want anything distracting our police department from doing just that. One thing that we need to worry about that's not included in this bill is the rise in people running red lights. We just lost a 22-year-old girl at Friant and Shepherd, and that is a very dangerous intersection. We need to come up with a plan for our top 10 most dangerous intersections, whether it's infrastructure improvements, more presence, or the use of technology, where we can start citing and stopping these red light runners, because I don't want anyone's child killed or young adults killed because someone doesn't care and runs through a red light.